I heard Garage and Reggie Yates, and I was like, this can't go wrong.
That's us. That poster, that's us. Tonight, we're going twice as nice at flipping Club Coliseum.
You reckon?
Yeah, we're starting a new millennium with Paul Dukes and a flipping PlayStation.
Hi, I'm Elliot Edusah. I'm playing Capo in Pirates.
I'm Reda Elazouar and I play Kidder.
I'm Jordan Peters and I play Tucson.
Pirates was something that the world of I've had in my head for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to have this version of London in a feature film screenplay, and I'm just really excited that we're finally at the point that the world's getting to see this version of London. I've joked about the Seven Sisters Snail, which you see quite prominently in the film. It's a mural in Tottenham, in North London, that's in the movie. It's actually in the trailer as well, and I've joked about it being the Eiffel Tower to people in Tottenham.
The script is hilarious, it's funny, it's about 3 friends in London, and it was a London I could recognise.
Ooh, FIFA tournament.
Not tonight, kid. Tonight, getting into that party is the only thing that matters.
We all know someone like Capo, like Tutan, like Kidder, the annoying one that talks too much. And...
You know, there's always someone who cuss out someone's mum,
Yeah.
their dad, or you know, you can take on the chin and be like, oh, your mum, oh, well, your dad, and your sister.
When it came to actually working with these guys who weren't born when this film was set, it was really important that they spoke to people from the world. So not only did I ensure that they spent time together and really got their chemistry going, but also we watched movies that had the mood that I was trying to create. I had people from the UK garage scene speak to them and talk them through the importance of the era and the things you said, the things you didn't say, the things that mattered, the things that didn't. It just felt like it all went in for them. And they're incredible. They all did their own research and had lots of ideas, but at the same time weren't scared to ask questions. And they asked questions, a lot of questions, but I was really up for it.
One of the main things was Reggie took us to Walberswick, which is in Suffolk. And Richard Curtis is one of his mentors, and he gave us his place for the weekend. And we just got to come together, watch films that inspired Reggie and inspired Pirates. We got to look at the table that Love Actually and Notting Hill was written on, and the table that Pirates was written on as well, where Reggie started Pirates. And it was a lovely time for us to just be away from London, connect, bond, get to know each other before we actually started working in the rehearsal process.
And also, you know, I had a little bit of a rapport with Elliot before. We had done a film previously, and also just the audition room, the chemistry, we all kind of clicked. And we didn't really even, it wasn't even a trying to bond, it was like, let's just see each other.
Yeah.
And we the bonding just came naturally, nothing was forced. These guys are generally my brothers as much as Kidder, Capo and Tutan are in the film.
100%, and I've known Elliot, we trained at the same college and the same drama school together. Well, he was a year below me, so I've seen his work. We've got drinks together, we have mutual friends. And Reda, like you said, as soon as I saw him in the audition room, we just clicked. And we had 1 week rehearsal as well, so we had time to really bond with each other and take risks and have license to play with the script as well.
These 3 men that lead this film, these 3 young men, are incredible, and we had a really great collaboration because there was room to play. And I made sure that whenever we finished actually nailing what was written and getting the take down, we'd do an improvised version of a take, because I wanted them to feel licensed to make these characters their own, but also bring themselves to the script and bring themselves to the screen. And because of that, I think we have this lovely amalgamated thing that feels loose, and there's loads of elements in it that I forgot we came up with on the day. And that's the best kind of set that I was on when I was an actor. And it was very few and far between that I would meet a director that would allow that to happen. So as a young actor, I always sort of thought, oh my God, what would it be like to have a movie that was that consistently, as opposed to the one day that the director isn't depressed and getting drunk at lunchtime. The soundtrack is both the coolest and most frustrating thing in the world for me, as the person who wrote the script and literally wrote the songs into the screenplay. We are a tiny movie, so we couldn't afford a good 50% of the songs that I wrote into the script and that I put in the edit, because we only had so much budget for licensing. So our way around that was to actually bring on an incredible composer, a guy called Kevin McPherson, who I know very well, who was actually a garage producer at the time. And we sat down together and he made original records that felt like records for the era that ended up being part of our score. So we got very lucky in terms of having him come on board, but the records from the era that really made some of those moments sing were just the coolest thing in the world for me to be in the sound mix when we were sort of placing them and moving them around, because I've always thought records like Little Bit of Luck were cinematic, you know? That really long build up to me has always sounded like something that could be in a movie. And I'm the first person that's gone, actually, I am gonna put this in a movie. So it feels awesome to be able to do that with Miss Dynamite Boo, to be able to do that with Little Man, Sia, and to do that with Wookiee Records as well, you know?
Kiddo. I messed up my character.
Yeah.
Capo.
Two-ton.
Yeah, he's the two-ton. I'm the capo.
That's actually...
The Millennium, to me, I guess, was everything and nothing in a lot of ways. You know, we were all talking about how the world was going to change, how planes were going to fall from the sky. None of that happened. It was just another day that was the same as the year before. So, yeah, everything and nothing, I think.
The Dome.
Yep, Dome, O2.
I think a Club Coliseum now, because of the movie, Club Coliseum.
The best New Year's Eve I can remember was the New Year's before COVID. So it was 19 into 20. I was on Labadi Beach in Ghana, which is where my parents were born, where I'm from. And I was there with all my friends and we watched the sun come up on this beach, and it was just a really beautiful moment, friends and family, and we were all talking about how amazing the year was going to be, and then COVID came. So just in hindsight, not only was it a really beautiful moment, but you just got to laugh at how naive we all were about how the world was going to change, and we had no idea.
My New Year's Eves are boring. Yeah, that's crazy. They have more fun than me in New Year's Eve. I'm normally at home or at church or something.
There was a really fun one when I was 18. I won't get into it, but it was really fun.
No, for me, it's just, you know, most of the time I'm in the air because I'm flying back home from France to come back to London, and I always miss the party that my friends are having in London. So, yeah, I'm 36,000 feet in the air. So pretty cool.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad, isn't it? Pretty high.
Yeah.
Now you're asking me to start a war in my friendship circle. This is going to end up in the group chat. The best night out, North London or South London, I'm going to say both, because I just don't want any problems.
South.
Very much.
No.
Boy,
As a big East boy, come on, you know I'm not going to let you down.
Don't let me down. Thank you. South of the river, man.
My first ever car was a Vauxhall Tigra called Simba. And because I was working at the time as an actor, I had a little bit of money in the bank. So I went and bought some alloy wheels from Madhouse on the Old Kent Road, and they actually cost more than the car itself. I was a Nokia boy, because Nokia phones had games on them. So I would take a Nokia over a flip phone. But when the Matrix came out, and that like upgraded banana phone, as we called it, it was like the Motorola where you could press the button and the thing flipped down, was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. So Nokia all day, yeah, Nokia.
Snake on a
Snake,
any day.
Yeah, Snake.
Okay, don't do the Candy Crush thing because you do it on the train or whatever. No.
At the moment, my favorite takeaway is Eat of Eden. It's a vegan Caribbean place that's incredible. There's one on Lee Road, there's one in Brixton, the food's amazing. But my favorite takeaway in 1999 was probably Morley's, two-piece chicken and chips. Super cheap, maybe £2, £2.50. It was definitely capped that they kidnapped from the alleyway outside, but I still was smashing it. Like, Morley's was the one when I was growing up.
Chinese.
You know what?
Indian, mate.
Can't lie. You know what? I'm gonna say Indian, you know. I don't do Indian, man.
You lot need to hit me up, and then we need to go to your local.
We'll go.
We'll get it done.
We'll go.
Body Groove by the
Battle.
Architects. Yeah.
Battle.
Gabriel.